What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video, and we are fresh off of the Game Awards 2022 and a surprisingly good show, but it would take me all day to go over everything in the show, so I picked out some of the things that I felt that you guys would be most excited to hear about, and also things that I want to talk about, because there was some bombshells dropped at the Game Awards 2022 across the board on the Nintendo Switch and RPG front. So before we get into any of that, guys, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my videos first. And we are starting off first with a brand new Bayonetta game. Yes, a brand new Bayonetta game. And if you've played Bayonetta 3, these are kind of the little side secret missions and stuff made it into a full thing here. And I'm actually really excited about this game because it's called Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon. And it is out on March 17th, 2023. Another big first-party game for Nintendo. And publisher Nintendo and developer Platinum Games have announced action-adventure game Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon for the Nintendo Switch. It will launch on March 17th, 2023, officially, and there is a physical version of the game for those who are wondering. And this game just looks kind of nuts. You go back to the beginning where it all started, essentially. So long before this trainee of the dark arts would come to be called Bayonetta, she took a fateful journey into a forbidden Avalon forest. Alongside her was Cheshire, her very first demon. Possessing Cereza's stuffed toy, play as both Cereza and Cheshire and search through the treacherous forest to look for the power to save Cereza's mother. Control both Cheshire and Cereza to solve puzzles and fend off fiends. Any good story has a lesson about teamwork, no? In this tale, Cereza and Cheshire coordinate their efforts to fight fairies and solve puzzles. Use the left Joy-Con controller to move Cereza and blind enemies with their magic, with the right Joy-Con controller to slash and, yeah, do some bad stuff there. So at first I was like, what is going on here? But the more they actually showed up the game, the more I was like, okay, cool. As a nice little side game to Bayonetta 3. Now I'm wondering how much content and what else is going to be in this game. Hopefully it's not too short or anything like that, but I feel that this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they're letting them do this type of spin-off, and it's another game to add to the Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2023, which is quickly becoming one of the most packed first halves of any year ever, just overall. Like, there's a lot of good games coming out. We're going to talk about some of them here in just a bit too. So this was incredibly surprising, but I'm also incredibly happy to see Platinum Games and Nintendo get to do something like this and kind of just expand the Bayonetta universe more. And I think at this point we can safely say that Bayonetta and Nintendo are just going to be a thing regardless going forward. Nintendo's going to fund these games. They're going to let them make more games because it just really helps out the overall lineup and gives something kind of different to Nintendo. So good stuff overall. Looking forward to the game. Now, what do you guys think about Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here. We've got a bunch of new information on Fire Emblem Engage. Goodness gracious, once again, another bombshell dropped at the Game Awards because Fire Emblem Engage is officially getting a expansion pass that's going to add a ton of content and most notably some incredible characters from Fire Emblem Three Houses and my girl Tiki. So this is so awesome here. It's going to release in waves. There's going to be a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and wave 4. So let's go over some of the stuff that you can expect, plus the brand new footage and extra stuff that you're going to be able to do in Fire Emblem Engage because it's opened up. They've talked about Somniel, which is your base of operations. There is a ton of stuff that you can do there. So you can obtain emblem bracelets to engage with more emblem characters and get support items and new accessories with the paid DLC for Fire Emblem Engage game. Pre-order the Fire Emblem Engage expansion pass and download Wave 1 when it becomes available to meet Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude as one emblem bracelet and take on Divine Paralogs to get Tiki as an emblem character. As more waves become available, you can test your mettle in even more Divine Paralogs, obtain emblem characters and accessories, and experience a brand new story with added characters and locations. So this is very much like Fire Emblem Three Houses, where they had an expansion pass and they had the Ashen Wolves, and then you can use those characters, and then after you're done beating their story, you can take those characters and transfer them over to any one of your campaigns that you're doing in Fire Emblem Three Houses, which was really cool. They're kind of doing the same thing here, but it was so cool to hear the music and see Dimitri and see Claude, not Edelgard, skip her. They could have left her out. But still, to have all of them for all my Edelgard fans out there, it was just dope to see Tiki and all of them come back. So very good stuff. And I'm very happy that we're going to have more adventures in Fire Emblem Engage. Now, the first wave is releasing on the launch day. So that is January 20th, 2023. And all of the stuff that you're going to be getting, there's going to be support items, accessories, silver card, discounts. There's all sorts of cool stuff that's happening. Now, Wave 2, Wave 3, and Wave 4 are all going to be throughout 2023. There's no exact date at this point because they're still making that content. But the big DLC Wave 4, that's what I'm looking forward to because I know I'm going to love Fire Emblem Engage. And speaking of loving it, they showed off Somniel, which is your base of operations, and goodness gracious, we got a ton of new content that you're going to be able to do in the game. So there is a EXP training mode. You can go there and simulate different battles and earn experience. You have a Emblem Ring power-up mode, or an area where you can go and kind of perform maintenance and fuse and power up your Emblem Rings to do more damage or more defense. It's actually pretty cool. The Emblem Rings also have a happiness rating, very similar to Fire Emblem Three Houses, where you can take your friends out to eat, and based on how happy or not they are, or even Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes, you can get extra bonuses from them being happy in the battle or extra experience. You're going to have the same thing here with Emblem Rings, which is pretty cool too. Now, there is going to be a mini simulation combat game as well, which you can play on like a little board and get rewards, so that's awesome too. You have plenty of interactions with party members, events. I mean, this is the Fire Emblem staple. They're bringing it back here from Fire Emblem Three Houses and previous Fire Emblem games, so that is awesome. You want to be able to improve your relationships, which is going to get you more dialogue options and also unlock new things for your characters. You still have the finding the items around and also giving items and presents to your teammates as well, which will affect the relationship with you. You have activities like raising animals, fishing, working out. I mean, it's pretty dope what they're doing here. There's a lot of mini games and extra stuff to do. Plus, you can also earn clothing as well. You can buy and also earn clothing and accessorize your teammates too. Now, there is one thing that I found to be really dope in here as well, and that there's a cool shooting little mini game, which is definitely different than what we've seen in a Fire Emblem game, a mini game, or anything else. So you're flying through and you're shooting. They didn't show it for that long, but it's really cool. And of course, the amiibo support is there, where you're going to be able to unlock outfits from the amiibos that you unlock, like the same outfit, like Lucina, you can see that there. You'll be able to use it in the game. So this is awesome, along with classic music as well to listen to, which would be really cool if you can actually implant that classic music into certain scenarios for battles and all that. So this is great. There is so much stuff here from Fire Emblem Engage. We've got the expansion pass. We've got this brand new trailer that showed off Somniel in all of its glory. I'm loving what this game is doing. It's back to the basics, but then adding in all of the cool stuff that they've added over the years of Fire Emblem, from Awakening and Fates and Three Houses. All of that without all the extra fluff. So that's what I love about it. And when I mean fluff from Fire Emblem Three Houses. So what do you guys think about this, guys, when it comes down to Fire Emblem Engage? I am thoroughly thrilled about what they announced here at the Game Awards and what they've shown off. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got a series revival from one of the best in the industry. Yes, From Software has announced Armored Core 6. Fires of Rubicon, PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and it's due out in 2023. So, publisher Bandai Namco and developer From Software have announced Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Now, here's a little bit of an overview of the game. Dynamic, fast-paced mech action. Based on the knowledge gained during joint development of their recent titles, Bandai Namco Entertainment and From Software seek to deliver a new action game by combining From Software's long-standing expertise in mech games and their signature robust gameplay. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon will be a new action experience. In Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, players will assemble and pilot their own mech with 3D maneuverability to move freely through three-dimensional, fast-paced missions, take on difficult challenges, and overwhelm your enemies with dynamic movements that make use of ranged and melee combat. Players can enjoy a variety of actions that can only be truly realized with mechs. Now, the story is this: a mysterious new substance was discovered on the remote planet Rubicon 3. As an energy source, this substance was expected to dramatically advance humanity's technological and communications capabilities. Instead, this substance caused a catastrophe that engulfed the planet and the surrounding stars in flames and storms, forming a burning star system, which we saw in that trailer and looked crazy. Almost half a century later, the same substance resurfaced on Rubicon 3, a planet now contaminated and sealed off by the catastrophe. Extraterrestrial corporations and resistance groups fight over control of the substance. The player infiltrates Rubicon as an independent mercenary and finds themselves in a struggle over the substance with the corporations and other factions. Now, of course, you got Miyazaki at the helm here, the development, and will be involved as the game's initial game director. Based on the initial development, Mr. Yamamura has taken over as the director. So he started off, said, hey, everything's in line. Now here we go. So this is great. I'm an Armored Core old school fan. Used to play the games between Armored Core and Front Mission back in the day, and it's good to see another mech game. The last mech game that I really got into was Daemon X Machina, and the developers behind that, or at least the IP holders behind that, were acting crazy. I don't think Bandai Namco is going to act crazy with us covering this game because it's Armored Core. They want people to buy the game. This is going to be a big and expensive game for Bandai Namco, and I know that From Software wants to prove that they can do more than just the Souls style of games. So I'm really looking forward to playing this game when it comes out sometime in 2023. So what are your thoughts on the return of Armored Core? I love to see this, love to see mechs, love to see it from Software. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to another fantastic announcement, Hades 2. A sequel to one of the best games that I have ever played has been announced for PC, but I have a feeling that the Switch version will be announced sometime, probably at a Nintendo Direct. Now, Supergiant Games has announced roguelike action game sequel Hades 2 for PC. It will launch in early access via Steam and Epic Games Store in 2023. Here's a little bit of an overview of the game because it looks incredible. The first sequel from Supergiant Games builds on the best aspects of the original godlike rogue-like dungeon crawler in an all-new action-packed, endlessly replayable experience rooted in the underworld of Greek myth and its deep connections to the dawn of witchcraft. The key features in the game: battle beyond the underworld. As an immortal princess of the underworld, you'll explore a bigger, deeper, mythic world, vanquishing the forces of the Titan of Time with the full might of Olympus behind you in a sweeping story that continually unfolds through every setback and accomplishment. Master witchcraft and dark society. Infuse your legendary weapons of night with ancient magic so that none may stand in your way. Become stronger still with powerful boons from more than a dozen Olympian gods. From Apollo to Zeus, there are nearly limitless ways to build your abilities. Mingle with more gods, ghosts, and monsters. Meet a cast of dozens of fully voiced, larger-than-life characters, including plenty of new faces and some old friends. Grow closer to them through a variety of new interactions and experience countless unique story events based on how your journey unfolds. Every run is its own adventure. New locations, challenges, upgrade systems, and surprises await you as you delve into the ever-shifting underworld again and again. Reveal the mysteries of the Arcana Altar, tame witchy familiars, gather regents using tools of the unseen to get closer to your goal. The perks of immortality. Thanks to the variety of permanent upgrades and the return of God mode, you don't have to be a god yourself to experience what Hades 2 has to offer. But if you happen to be one, you can brave escalating challenges for greater rewards and prove just how divine you really are. Signature Supergiant style. Rich atmosphere, presentation, storytelling, it's all there. Early access 2023, then I'm guessing that it will be announced for the Nintendo Switch at some type of direct, either at the beginning of the year, the summer, or later. So I think that it's going to be really cool. I love the female protagonist. She looks awesome. I love her outfit. I love the gameplay. Hades is a dope game. So if you haven't played Hades on the Switch, PS5, Xbox, wherever, go out there, play it. PC, it is a fantastic experience. I'm not a roguelike guy at all, and I don't like the aspects about the whole roguelike thing, but this game is still worth the play in my opinion. So Hades 2 is going to be awesome. So what do you guys think about the Hades 2 reveal trailer? Getting hyped for the game? Looking forward to trying it out in 2023? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got Final Fantasy 16. We have the launch date for this game, and it is looking absolutely incredible. We got a big chunk of gameplay, and this is essentially Final Fantasy's world, Final Fantasy's style and everything with DMC combat. That's what this looks like, and I like that. I like DMC combat. I like Final Fantasy, and it looks like they're spending a ton of money in order to get this done. So Final Fantasy 16 will officially launch for the PlayStation 5 on June 22nd, 2023. Square Enix has announced. You guys are watching this new Revenge trailer. There's also a collector's edition that I know for sure I'm going to be buying at some point. There's a collector's edition that looks dope. Comes like with a map and a figurine and a steel box and like a little emblem thingy and like a book. I mean, it just looks really cool, and I'm looking forward just to playing this game. I don't really care what anybody says, because people are saying, oh, it needs to be turn-based, or it needs to be this, or it's that. Like, listen, everybody's going to want to at least try this game out. Like, you can even be curious about it. Everybody's going to say, okay, I got to try this game out myself, because it's just too intriguing, at least for me. If you're a Final Fantasy person, I get the whole turn-based thing, and I wish that they would make a turn-based game as well, like a high-quality turn-based Final Fantasy. I think they can separate it. That's just my own personal opinion. But with this game here, it just looks so good. Graphically, it just looks so incredible, and the gameplay looks like it's going to be super smooth and fun to play through as well. So it doesn't have to be the greatest thing ever. It just needs to be really good. And I think that based off of what we've gotten before from Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 13, I think this looks a lot better than those games when it comes down to it. So what do you guys think about Final Fantasy 16 and this new Revenge trailer? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here. I was so hyped to see this, and yes, another Rogue game, but Castlevania and Dead Cells have teamed up for an all-new DLC adventure, and honestly, come on. I mean, you have such cool characters. You've got Richter in the house. Oh my goodness, this is just awesome. So developer Motion Twin and Evil Empire have announced Dead Cells downloadable content return to Castlevania. Alucard, baby, in the house too, and Dracula. It will launch in Q1 2023. It's coming soon. It's definitely coming soon. So here is an overview. The inspiration behind it all returns to its 2D action roots. Castlevania's unforgettable characters and gothic setting meet the fast-paced combat of the award-winning roguelike Dead Cells in this unprecedented collaboration. Yep, that's true. A gateway to a striking castle has suddenly appeared, and an imposing warrior called Richter asks you to help him vanquish the great evil within. Enticed by the promise of new loot rather than a sense of moral duty, you strike out through the grounds and the corridors of the gothic castle to find and kill this mysterious Dracula. Slay hordes of his supernatural minions as you progress through our biggest DLC yet, including 2 levels, 3 bosses, and a new storyline. Weird classic Castlevania weapons unlock 14 iconic weapons such as the Vampire Killer, Throwing Axe, and Holy Water to decimate Dracula's bestiary of monsters, and finally the Dark Lord himself. Each item has been translated into a fast-paced combat of Dead Cells while keeping their original essence. You can explore every corner of Dracula's castle, secret rooms, flame-lit corridors, gloomy tombs, beautiful paintings, food hidden in the walls, gotta get that chicken, right? Full of original monsters from the series such as harpies, werewolves, and haunted armors. The character of the iconic castle will transport you into the realms of gothic fantasy. Enjoy classic and reimagined music. The music is one of the best things about Castlevania, so I like that. Now we're giving you access to an alternative soundtrack made of 51 of the original Castlevania tunes that can be heard across the entire game. Yes, 51. On top of this, we've taken the 12 most iconic tracks, such as Vampire Killer, Bloody Tears, and Simon Belmont's theme, and reimagined them into the style of Dead Cells as a soundtrack for this DLC while preserving the Castlevania ambience, of course. This is just like literally, I got goosebumps as I was reading this. This is incredible. Like, my hands are on my head at this point, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Because for those who don't know, I'm a massive Castlevania fan, been playing them since the NES days, all the way through. I've been playing Castlevania at every step of the way, and I love this. Like, I absolutely love this. Now, discover the new storyline. Richter, Belmont, and Alucard will be at your side throughout your quest to vanquish Dracula, helping you navigate the maze of Dracula's castle and providing you with strong weapons, sometimes willingly, sometimes not. However, where there is good, there is evil, so watch out for powerful foes who will try everything in their power to stop you from reaching the throne room. master 3 epic boss fights, fight against the very essence of evil in 2 intense duels versus Death and Dracula, both set against a majestic backdrop. If you can survive these gauntlets, prepare yourself for our most ambitious boss showdown yet. They better make it to where you can play as Alucard and you can play as Richter. Like, I don't want to only play as that one dude. Give me Alucard and give me Richter. Now, you can unlock Castlevania character outfits, unlock 20 outfits as you progress through the castle, letting you roleplay as all your favorite characters like Alucard, Richter Belmont, Simon Belmont, Maria Renard, Trevor Belmont, Sylvia Belnades, and even Dracula himself. Now, Dead Cells is already available. Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Steam, iOS, Android, Google Store. It's on everything. But this is such a cool announcement. And I was like shocked when I saw this. I was like, yo, this sounds like Castlevania music. Then all of a sudden, like, Castlevania stuff started happening. So very happy to hear about this. Very good to see it. Shout outs to Motion Twin. Shout outs to Konami for allowing it and putting this together. So very cool stuff. But what do you guys think about everything when it comes to the Game Awards? I thought it was a solid show. I have a poll up on the channel. I want you guys to vote on the letter grade that you would give the show. I would give it somewhere between a B and a C, C plus, B minus, whatever the case is. Let's just say B. It was a good show and I had fun. There was a lot of ads and a lot of other stuff, but you gotta fund everything. So overall, the announcements were cool. I love the RPG stuff. I love getting Japan involved more. I like the reveals. There was some really good stuff here. Heck, I didn't even talk about the whole BioShock game. Ken Levine, he's making like a spiritual successor to BioShock and everything. There was just so much stuff there and more. So what'd you guys think about everything? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell. We will see you for the next video. Peace.